Most people believe recovery should be fast. If something breaks financially, the assumption is simple. Fix the problem, move forward, get back to normal. But that's not how financial systems behave. Collapse can happen quickly. Recovery almost never does. And misunderstanding that difference creates frustration, impatience, and repeated failure. Because recovery is not about restart movement. It's about rebuilding stability. And stability takes time. The common belief sounds reasonable. If a system failed, remove the problem and things should improve. Spend less, earn more. Make one correction and move forward. That feels logical. It feels efficient. And efficiency feels comforting when pressure is high. But financial recovery is not linear. It doesn't move in straight lines. It moves in layers. Collapse removes structure faster than recovery can rebuild it. And that mismatch between speed of collapse and speed of recovery is where most people lose patience. Not because they're careless, but because they expect recovery to behave like collapse. Fast, visible, immediate. Instead, recovery behaves like maintenance. Slow, quiet, repetitive. Not exciting, but necessary. To understand recovery, reduce the system to the simplest form. Every financial structure rests on three basic conditions: stability, capacity, and time. Collapse damages all three. Not just one. Recovery must rebuild all three, and it must do it in order. Not simultaneously. Not instantly. But one layer at a time. Stability comes first. That means removing pressure, reducing strain, creating space inside the system again. Capacity comes second. That means rebuilding flexibility, restoring margin, allowing the system to absorb movement without breaking. Then time comes last. Not because it's least important, but because time is required for the other two to be strengthened. Without stability and capacity, time only prolongs weakness. With stability and capacity, time strengthens the structure. That sequence matters. And skipping it causes repeated collapse. Here's a recovery window. Picture a damaged bridge. Traffic can't resume immediately. Supports must be rebuilt first, load tested second, and then traffic can be restored last. Recovery happens in stages, not moments. Most financial recoveries fail for one simple reason. People try to restore motion before restoring structure. They increase spending too early. They increase commitments too quickly. They assume progress means readiness. But movement without structure increases strain, not stability. Imagine repairing a cracked foundation. If weight is added before the repair settles, the crack returns, often larger. Financial systems behave the same way. Premature movement looks productive, but it weakens recovery. And recovery invites repeat collapse. Not because recovery was impossible, but because patience was abandoned. This is where frustration begins. People believe recovery is failing, when in reality, recovery is being rushed. And rushed recovery creates fragile systems. Fragile systems fail again, sometimes faster than before. Rule number 10. Recovery must be slower than collapse. Not because delay is good, but because rebuilding structure takes longer than losing it. Recovery must be slower than collapse. When recovery moves too fast, stability weakens. When recovery moves deliberately, stability strengthens. That difference determines whether recovery lasts or repeats. Most people measure recovery by speed. How quickly income returns, how quickly pressure disappears, how quickly normal life resumes. While structured thinkers measure recovery a little differently. They measure recovery by stability, not movement and not appearance. Stability. They understand that quiet progress is not failure, and visible motion is not always progress. This shift in measurement changes behavior, and behavior determines outcomes. Not intention, not effort, but structure. Slow recovery often feels uncomfortable because the results aren't dramatic. There is no sudden victory, no single moment where everything improves. Instead, recovery looks repetitive. Small corrections, repeated adjustments, constant restraint. It's not impressive, but it is effective. And effectiveness matters more than appearance. The greatest danger during recovery is impatience, not lack of effort, not lack of intelligence. Impatience. Because impatience replaces discipline with urgency. And urgency invites risk. Not controlled risk, uncontrolled risk. The kind that weakens systems quietly until collapse repeats. Recovery restores confidence slowly. Not because confidence is emotional, but because confidence is structural. It grows when systems hold under pressure. Repeatedly. Not once, not twice, repeatedly. This is why small, consistent stability matters more than large, temporary gains. Temporary strength is not recovery. Sustained strength is recovery. And sustained strength requires repetition, not speed. If collapse reveals weakness and recovery rebuilds strength, the next question becomes unavoidable. How does a strong system prevent collapse from happening again? Not by reacting, by preparing. Because recovery restores structure, but preparation protects it. And the next phase of this system moves from recovery into protection, not reacting to failure, but preventing it before pressure begins. That is where disciplined systems separate from fragile ones. And that is where long-term stability is built, deliberately, not accidentally.